It's bound to happen. Your teen starts dating someone you don't approve of or don't like. In fact, this is a classic dilemma almost every parent will face at one point in their life. But how do you handle such a situation? Give the guy a test rather, a test of rules. If he is who you think he is, he will not survive them. If he does survive them, however, then you may have been mistaken. Here are some guiding rules for those who are daughters, were daughters, have daughters, intend to have daughters, or intend to date a daughter. We'll start with rule number 1. If you pull into my driveway and honk, you'd better be delivering a package because you're sure not picking anything up. This usually happens with teens nowadays, where they simply honk their cars in order to pick up their dates. The guy should park the car, get out of the car, knock on the door or the gate, and introduce himself so that properly he will be picking up his date. Rule number 2. You do not touch my daughter in front of me. You may glance at her so long as you do not peer at anything below her neck. If you cannot keep your eyes or hands off my daughter's body, I will be forced to remove them. Rule number 3. I am aware that it is considered fashionable for boys of your age to wear their trousers so loosely that they appear to be falling off their hips. Please don't take this as an insult, but you and all your friends are complete idiots. Still, I want to be fair and open-minded about this issue, so I propose a compromise. You may come to the door with your underwear showing and your pants 10 sizes too big, and I will not object. However, in order to ensure that your clothes do not in fact come off during the course of your date with my daughter, I will take my electric nail gun and fasten your trousers securely in place to your waist. When it comes to sex, here comes rule number 4. I'm sure you've been told that in today's world, sex without utilizing a barrier method of some kind can kill you. But let me elaborate. When it comes to sex, I am the barrier and I will kill you. Then comes rule number 5. In order for us to get to know each other, we should talk about sports, politics, and other issues of today. But please do not do this. The only information I require from you is an indication of when you expect to have my daughter safely back at my house. And the only word I need from you on this subject is early. Rule number 6. I have no doubt you are a popular fellow with many opportunities to date other girls. This is fine with me as long as it is okay with my daughter. Otherwise, once you have gone out with my little girl, you will continue to date no one but her until she is finished with you. If you make her cry, I will make you cry. Rule number 7. As you stand in my front hallway, waiting for my daughter to appear, and more than an hour goes by, do not sigh and fidget. If you want to be on time for the movie, you should not be dating. My daughter is putting on her makeup, a process that can take longer than painting a building. Instead of just standing there, why don't you do something useful, like maybe clean my car? Now let's go to rule number 8. The following places are not appropriate for a date with my daughter: places where there are beds, sofas, or anything softer than a wooden stool; places where there are no parents, policemen, or nuns within eyesight; places where there is darkness; places where there is dancing, holding hands, or happiness; places where the ambient temperature is warm enough to induce my daughter to wear shorts, tank tops, midriff t-shirts, or anything other than overalls, a sweater, and goose down parka zipped up her throat. Movies with a strong romantic or sexual theme are to be avoided. Movies which feature maybe chainsaws are okay. Basketball games are okay. Old folks' homes are even better. Rule number 9. Do not lie to me. I may appear to be pot-bellied, balding, or with white hair, middle-aged, dim-witted has-been. But on issues relating to my daughter, I am the all-knowing, merciless God of your universe. If I ask you where you're going and with whom, you have one chance to tell me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I have a shotgun, a shovel, and an empty space at the back of the house where I could bury some things, or even some persons. Do not trifle with me. And rule number 10. Be afraid. Be very afraid. It takes very little for me to mistake the sound of your car in the driveway for an enemy vehicle. When this happens, the voices in my head frequently tell me to clean the guns as I wait for you to bring my daughter home. As soon as you pull into the driveway, you should exit your car with both hands in plain sight. Announce in a clear voice that you have brought my daughter home safely and early, then return to your car. There is no need for you to come inside. So there you have it. 10 rules that anyone dating someone's daughter should always remember. Because when it comes to family treasures, the daughter is the most priceless one. May the ties of family love and understanding bind you all, now and always. See you in our next episode. This is your host, Toti San Pedro.